Welcome to FX Street. If you like what we're talking about, you like the content we are producing, head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button on our channel, and you can follow me individually at Just Analysis 1 and at Kash at Muñeco 0. Taking a look here at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's done very, very well today, and basically what it's done, I mean, it's pulled back. I don't even know if you want to consider it pullback, but it's like $20 down from the high at the time of this recording. But essentially what it's done is it's wiped out the entire trading range of the last 8 to 9 days and really put a pinch on short sellers who were anticipating a lot of reasons to go short over, basically since last Thursday and into Sunday and Monday. The move here is very bullish, and especially that it's returning inside the cloud is a big deal. Ideally, we would see Bitcoin close above the 50% fib retracement up here at that 45.5K zone. It's not necessary, but that is something to pay attention to. We had a prior trade idea that we looked at over here on the $500 3-box reversal chart. Looking at that entry, that did trigger at 43.5K, stopped down at 42, and the target is up at just shy of 50K. That trade is working out nicely. It did convert into a bull market on this point and figure chart, so it looks very, very, very strong here, and upside potential until we meet on Friday. Akash and I meet again on Friday. It's going to be around that 50K zone where the profit target's at. Downside risks are likely going to be limited to the 39.5K level, not far from what we talked about last Friday. And, overall, just following the same series declination cycle, which seems to be the dominant cycle that Bitcoin follows. It's following it pretty nicely, and we should see it extend and create new all-time highs, sometime around or before late June to early July, and that's where it should top out, and we should see it begin its next major bear market. But for right now, looks really, really good. I mean, this is hard to believe it, but we could be extending our 4th consecutive week higher for Bitcoin. You can see some clear signals that we are likely extending the expansion phase here. Be interesting to see what happens at 50K. Might form what some people would call a right shoulder, but a head and shoulders pattern that might trap a lot of bears. But we'll see what happens when it gets up there. Other than that, that's what I see for Bitcoin. I'm not sure what you see, Akash. I'll pass it off to you.
Thank you, John. So there's a lot to talk about Bitcoin. Let's start with a 3-hour time frame where I've marked out the Monday's high and the Monday's low at 44.5K and 41.6K respectively. As you can see here, there's some sort of a trend that you can identify. Price forms a low, sweeps the low, right, and then proceeds to go higher. Price forms a low, sweeps the low, goes higher, forms a low, sweeps that low, goes higher, right? The same can be observed with the swing highs as well here. Price forms a high, sweeps the high, and then goes lower, right? An important thing to notice here is that every time Bitcoin starts to consolidate, right, there's usually a retest of the Monday's high and then a move to the other end, which is the Monday's low. If we get a retest of the Monday's low at the start of the week, then you can expect Bitcoin to retest the Monday's high. So far, we did get a retest of a sweep above the Monday's high, and we got a sweep of the Monday's low few hours later, right? But this sweep is not that great, so I'm expecting a retracement to follow here. We're currently retesting this 3-hour supply zone. So we're currently retesting this 3-hour supply zone. I'm expecting this rejection around these levels here to head down into this bullish breaker, which extends from 38.2K to 39.3K, right? So this would be a good shot that I'd be willing to take. So I think I've already I just got to change. Right, so this is what I'm looking. This is a trade that I'm looking to take. Rejection at the 3-hour supply zone ranging from 44.1k to 45.9k. This rejection is going to lead to a sweep of the Monday's low and filling up this fair value gap here, extending from 38.2k to 40.9k. So yeah, this is pretty much my take on Bitcoin. And this bullish breaker is really important, as I mentioned in the Ethereum video. This low here that we produce is going to be a higher low relative to this and these lows over here. And it could be the key in producing the daily candlestick close above 52k, which would invalidate the bearish order block that I mentioned in the first and the first week of Jan, which is this. Excuse me. So this bearish breaker here on a daily time frame extending from 40.7k to 45.23k is still hasn't been invalidated. As you can see, the price pierced above the breaker on 8th Feb and on 10th Feb, but eventually the candles closed below that, right? So if we get a close above 45.2k, then it would invalidate this bearish thesis where I'm expecting the Bitcoin to head down to 30k again and probably sweep the lows of 28.8k and collect liquidity resting below these triple bottom setup here. Right, but this does not, if we get a candlestick close below this breaker, which is at 45.2k, this does not kickstart a bullish outlook. For a bullish outlook to show some sort of a confirmation, like a confirmation of the bullish thesis for me would occur once we produce a higher high above these particular swing highs over here, roughly 52k, right? So if we get something like this, then I can expect the price to keep forming higher lows from a higher time frame perspective. So in summation, from a higher time frame perspective, a bullish thesis would kickstart above 52k. If you want to be conservative, 53k would be a good place to start. But so far, the bearish thesis to probably 30k or lower is still valid, as the bearish breaker still holds. From a lower time frame perspective, which is a 3-hour time frame, excuse me. Yeah, from a lower time frame perspective, I am looking to take this short after rejection at the 3-hour demand supply zone, and then I'm also looking to open a long position here with very low risk, probably up to the next level. Yeah, I think 45k is a good start because that would invalidate the bearish breaker from a high time frame perspective. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on Bitcoin.
Thank you everybody for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.